Nazavanya magagizerava Sichiku Winyama na 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 oezevo. On the day we arrived on this planet. Okay, I'll stop.
Why did we start going into
It's
Frozen?
the second of that into Frozen.
We started going into Frozen at some point where like the opening music with the trolls, and they're like, "Onya hanyoe" or something weird.
Oh, I was going with the Broadway version of Circle of Life.
Oh.
Because I'm one of those kids.
Yeah, you're a weirdo.
Hey, the Broadway soundtrack of Lion King slaps. And I don't suggest any other opinion. Welcome to Murpheen.
Welcome to the dark tunnel of the people who forgot to pay their electric bill.
Welcome to the Raiders of the Squirrel's Anus. The joke that will never die.
Oh, it died. It's just you're not letting it die. You're not letting the funeral happen.
I'm giving it CPR when it's been declared dead for like a week and a half.
You're not losing hope. You're trying to do a Slash or a Nikki Sixx and bring it back to life.
No, guys, Guns N' Roses is still good. We can make another album. For real though, there's no band that made worse albums than Kiss when they were old, right?
Kiss when they were old?
Yeah.
Because I don't think I've really listened to much of their new stuff.
I tried.
Tried too hard.
I tried when we went to the after we went to the concert.
Yeah.
Let's just say I wouldn't give that a kiss.
Don't have to be rich to be my girl. Don't have to be cool to rule my world.
So anyway.
That's Prince. Sorry, you said Kiss, and that's a song called Kiss, so I went for it. Well done, Master White.
Master White. Ah! I don't know why I did that.
No one knows why you do some things.
Dad?
Poppy?
Parent singular?
Parent?
Adult figure in my life that is of birth?
Good one. That was good.
I was pretty proud of
That
it.
was good.
Very good.
Was that you trying to make the noise that you
It
made?
was.
It was scary. We need to call an exorcist.
Sounded like Bill Cosby having a stroke. Jello.
Oh, rest in peace that career.
Yeah, rest in peace the lovability of Bill Cosby.
No one will watch Little Bill the same again.
Dude, for real. Because that little Bill grew up to not respect women's consent.
Welcome to Crash Bandicoot.
Welcome back to Murphy! Not to be confused with any other drugs. We're playing Crash.
We're jumping on rats.
We're gonna hit him with bats.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
The Monica Lewinsky thing just came out of nowhere.
I just thought we both kind of sounded like Bill
Bill
Clinton at some point.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman. I couldn't do it. Sir, you know we're talking about Hillary, right? I mean, have you looked at her? Pass.
She was almost our president.
Instead, we elected the guy from Home Alone 2.
I love Macaulay Culkin.
That almost would be as believable as what it ended up being.
It's true.
But I mean, if you were to ask me if we had to elect someone president for any Christmas movie, Home Alone 2 wouldn't be a bad choice.
I would have gone with Chevy Chase.
No. He couldn't even do 4 more years of Community.
It's true. See, those candles are lit, but then they're not lit after you die. They're fake candles.
You should commentate sports. Here's a candle that just dies when you don't have light.
How's that any different from what sports people do?
That was kind of the worst part is that I don't think anyone who will watch this channel will understand who I did an impression of. But that's okay. No one needs to know it was Chris Collinsworth from NBC Sports.
Yeah. Now I see how people feel when they watch our videos and they hear us talk about wrestling.
I'm kind of bummed we didn't finish up our topic earlier.
What was our topic?
Talking about Chris Benoit, talking about the ruthless aggression era.
Oh, yeah. Because I feel like at that point, that's also the era that gave us Batista and Randy Orton.
I walk for miles inside this pit of danger.
Randy Orton gets better with age in my mind, but
he's so good.
He's always been super good. And Edge became a super prominent singles competitor at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Rey Mysterio came to WWE at the time.
Christian existed.
He was there. Chris Jericho was starting to make waves for himself. For at least a little bit.
I mean, that's when he went from, like, mid-card to more main event, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because, like, he was around in the Attitude Era, but he surely wasn't the highlight of the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
He was a highlight.
Ric Flair was coming back and doing stuff. And I would argue as good as Ric Flair was in the 80s and 90s, even in his later years, he was still doing pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Well, Triple H with Evolution, it revitalized his career.
Mm-hmm. And Shawn Michaels coming back for his not douchebag run in the company was really good too.
He's just a sexy boy.
Have you ever seen the Kurt Angle parody that he did?
Oh, yeah.
Or the one that Kurt Angle did, I should say, where he's like, I'm just a sexy Kurt.
Sexy Kurt.
I'll make your ankle hurt.
Ankle hurt.
It was amazing.
Kurt Angle is one of the greatest of all time. As far as all-around talent and charisma.
Did you know that he was an Olympic gold medalist?
What? Did you know he won an Olympic gold medal with a broken neck?
A broken freaking neck. He also wrestled Brock Lesnar with a broken neck, too.
Did you know Edge breaks a neck every time he gets out of bed in the morning?
Feel for the guy.
On this day, he sees clearly that his x-rays revealed a broken neck.
Edge, I didn't think about this. Edge is also the guy that's like, he was the guy that made theme entrances not made by the WWE cool.
Yep.
It was like,
Because on this day,
we
he
could
saw
totally
clearly.
we could totally get stuff from existing bands that make decent music, and make that work. I can't say they've done it too many times since then, but
Right. Well, they'll only do it for the stars that are, like, you know, worth the money, for a lack of better terms. Dang it.
Edge was
like,
worth the money.
The last one I can think of was for Taker, for his last match. His entrance music was a new Metallica song, yeah.
A new-ish Metallica song.
Yeah. A newer Metallica song.
Yeah. Metallica.
Yep. Their new music's actually pretty good compared to other rock bands. It doesn't hold up to old Metallica, but, like, they're still going, man.
They're still there.
They're still they can still go.
They can still play the metal.
They really can.
They can still lick the metal.
Like,
We're just gonna hover over that last comment I made.
yeah. That's kind of what this episode's been. We're just gonna hover over.
We're just gonna hover. Well, we're not hovering over this level, that's for sure.
Welcome back to Murpheen.
I've offended Sean, and now I must stop.
That doesn't mean he's gonna stop.
I won't. I will do this. That is
just,
partially what this show is for.
You're just either gonna have to beat it or deal with it.
It's for us to hang out, but for one of us to play the game and get frustrated, and the other person to just laugh and make fun of them.
And that's kind of, to a lesser extent, what I have with Doom.
Mm-hmm.
To a much lesser extent.
Hey, the last time we played Doom, not my greatest day in history. Death is beaten, but it did not rescue me.
But also, it wasn't like you were just dying a ton. It was like, oh.
Wow. Wow. You're almost there. I should have just not said anything.
Listen, that was bound to happen.
I was impressed, though. You were doing pretty good.
Anyway.
That's exactly what the mask sounds like when it comes out of the box.
Sounds like Bill Cosby choking on a Jello pop. Rooney!
Oh, you got the next one by accident. Nice.
Cool.
Like Mr. Freeze. Nice. Oh, that is too funny.
No!
Why'd you turn into Homer Simpson?
No! Why, you little...
Diddly, diddly.
Diddly, diddly. Ding, dang, diddly.
Zup, zup, zoop, zoop.
Banana, for fiddly, diddly. His palms are diddly, his weak arms are fiddly. There's Nettie and his diddly already. Mom's spaghetti.
So you've been playing the new Assassin's Creed, Sean.
That Assassin's Creed, yeah.
How's that been going?
It's actually a lot of fun. So my background with Assassin's Creed is that the Assassin's Creed games as a whole are either just hit or miss for me. My first Assassin's Creed that I loved is apparently one that a lot of people hated, which was Assassin's Creed 3. But also I'm just in love with, like, that part of history and just the fact that there was an Assassin's Creed game where you get to be an assassin set in, like, the Revolutionary War and, like, get to, like, go around and do stuff. I just, was just a draw to me since I love history. But there's just certain Assassin's Creed games. Like, I haven't had an Assassin's Creed game, like, truly hit for me since Black Flag, which came out at the launch of the PlayStation 4. As I keep dying.
I'm here if you need me.
So it's been a long time since I've really been into an Assassin's Creed. And a few games ago, I believe it was with Assassin's Creed Origin, they completely changed the formula of the game to where it's less of like the traditional Assassin's Creed open world stuff, and now it's more of a open world RPG experience. And so overall, what I would say is it doesn't feel like you're an assassin. It feels like that stuff is more optional, but I still like it a lot. Like, I'm loving the game, and I feel like the assassin part of the Assassin's Creed games is becoming less and less prevalent, but that's not necessarily a terrible thing. but also like I'm at a part of the game where now they're starting to introduce it more and more. So I think I'm being proven wrong as I keep playing it. Essentially, you play as Eivor, and you're part of this this Viking group, and you leave your kingdom to go start your own in London in England. And so you start with a settlement, and you're completing raids to like get materials to build up your settlement. You're making alliances with local kingdoms and local armies and militia groups to try and help build up your influence in England. And it's like you're trying to kill off these higher up like people in royalty and people in power in England to build your influence there as well. And so like there's like a lot of these like really interesting things that you're doing, and like the combat, because you're like Vikings and you're going in, it feels really epic that you're going into these battles with your people, and that like you're like their commander and stuff like that. So like it's just like a completely different experience than it was before, and I like what it's doing. Now, the one thing I will say is I feel like the side stuff, like the open world exploration stuff, is not that strong, because you essentially have, like, when it comes to, like, exploration and side quests and stuff, there's essentially two types of things you can do. There's wealth and there's mysteries. And, like, mysteries are, like, these world events that you pop up to. Those I like a lot, because those are, like, those are just, like, miscellaneous random things that are going on throughout the world. I had one where you pop up on this super small island, and there's this guy sitting on a throne, and he's saying he's the king of this island, and if you find something for him, you will build a mighty alliance together, and then you find it for him, and you get the choice to say what you want to say to him. And I chose to go like, nah, dude, you're crazy. This is literally the smallest island ever. And then you get in a fight and you kill him. And there's like stuff like that where it's like hilarious. There was another one where I ran up to a guy. He was like, hey, do I have like a scratch in my head? And like you have the choice either to lie to him or to tell him the truth that he has a giant axe in his head and that literally he's going to die. And I just tell him, yeah, you have an axe in your head, dude. And he's like, oh, thanks for being honest. And I was like, I can take it out for you if you want. And he was like, yeah, go ahead. And then he dies right then and there. So, like, there's certain things like that that are really fun. But then, like, the wealth ones is just, oh, search this area for wealth. And then you find it, and it's like, wealth collected.
Well done.
Yeah, wealth done.
Wealth done.
Wealth done.
Wealth done.
So, overall, I'm really enjoying it. I'm kind of mostly mainlining it and doing, like, some side stuff on the way to missions. Is kind of the way I'm playing it. The game looks beautiful, especially on a PS5. But I definitely like the direction they're taking Assassin's Creed, because it's definitely deeper in a lot of ways. But to me, ultimately, I just have a lot of fond memories of playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag, because that's my favorite Assassin's Creed game.
I've only ever played one. I only played Assassin's Creed 2. I have it sitting on the wall over there. And
that's a lot of people's favorite Assassin's Creed game.
I never got into that.
Yeah.
And I feel like I missed out, but at the same time, you know, I do like some open world games. I've played Fallout since Fallout 3 came out, and I like the Far Cry games and stuff of that nature, the Arkham games. So the genre's not foreign. It's
right.
Just the Assassin Creed games. I just never took time out to do.
And really, it's kind of like, the way I would describe it is like, Assassin's Creed, they kind of made the model of these modern open world adventure games. Like, Far Cry is kind of just essentially a first-person shooter version. Cool. It's kind of like the first-person shooter. God, that was hard to play. I can only imagine what that was like to watch.
Probably harder than it was to play.
Yeah, probably. I don't know, man. That was my pride took a hit there, as if it hasn't already.
Taking it. Just take it.
I feel like at a certain point, I'm just gonna have to give the controller to David, and just like let him get to the end, and then like I get to claim I beat the game.
I'm not opposed.
I know you're not opposed. I'm sure people watching at home are definitely not opposed. But my pride.
Pride's a sin, my friend.
So is sucking a Crash Bandicoot, apparently, because I'm getting punished for it a lot. I hate life and all that inhabits it.
Mostly Crash.
Definitely mostly Crash.
It changes every time. Boo-goggle.
Why did that sound like Sylvester Stallone using mouthwash?
Barbara Streisand. Boo-goggle. I'm ashamed of that as well. Just want to throw that on the table. Throw that out there.
Yeah. As Mr. Incredible once said, I got time!
I got time.
And that's when he said, boo boo boo-goggle.
Can we get a translation, please? Yes. Boo-goo, boo-gagoo.
That's not a translation. That's just...
No, that's it. That's it. That's just what it is.
And that's when he looked at him and said, boo boo boo-goggle. Cool.
Pretty sick, huh?
Mm-hmm. Remember when I asked last episode if this was going to be smooth sailing?
Nope. Well, I do remember that. No. Oh.
Oh, I fall apart.
I love Avril Lavigne.
I love Clay Aiken. I hate life.
Life hates you back.
Okay, David.
Mm-hmm.
You win. You could take over. Starting next episode.
Well, you want to give me one try? Real fast? We have enough time for one try.
Yeah.
I'll get you through this game, and then you'll pick one that won't hurt your head.
Okay. I give up.
Haven't
I
done
did
this
my
for
best.
a minute. You did. You did great.
Not really.
I'm trying to be nice. It's important.
Took me 4 months to get to this one part. In fairness, not a consistent time throughout 4 months. There were times where
That
we
is
did not
true.
play the game.
And times that, we only did this once a week.
Mm-hmm. But I do give up.
It's okay, I still love you.
Crash doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
My spirit hurts watching this.
It's okay, I died once. I didn't do a perfect run.
Just wait till you watch me play like The Last of Us or something.
Yeah, because it'll change.
It will! Good at those games.
Good at those games.
I beat The Last of Us Part 2 on hard.
On hard.
My
Hey,
first
those
playthrough.
could be your next games if you wanted them to be.
It could. We'd have to be much more serious, though.
I am serious. Don't call me Shirley.
I am Shirley, but don't call me serious.
Dang.
My comedy is what got it there.
Your comedy is what threw me off because it was so funny.
That's exactly it.
Alright, so this will be the last one. And we'll save it for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll put Doom on hold and I'll make this my game and we'll get your next game going.
Yeah.
And I'll come back and we'll finish Doom as well.
Yeah. Whatever. Just whatever gets me away from this damn game.
I'm on it. I got you.
I'm sick of it.
I don't want it in... Oh, shoot. Well, that's it for this week.
What if I told you that it was me controlling it that entire time? Except it wasn't. Because it was definitely better than me.
Well, we'll see you guys next time.